we're just going live. Hello, YouTube, Spotify, everybody who is here watching us. This is Talk and Talk, a conversation platform where we come to communicate in English, Spanish, French, and Italian. This meeting here is not a class, it's just a conversation, which means we're going to speak in English 100% of the time, all right? Well, there are 10 people here today, which means a lot. So I'm going to split us in the breakout rooms, all right? In the breakout room, I need you to choose someone to read the questions, make sure everybody's going to have the chance to talk a little bit, and I think that's it. In the breakout room, if you need any help, there's a button down below called Ask for Help. You can click there and I can go to the room to help you if you need anything. All right. Do you have any questions? Mainly the guys who are coming for the first time, Eduardo, Ricardo, and Adriano. Do you have any questions?
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. That's great, guys. As I was saying, this is a conversation, but we have classes here on TNT too for beginners and intermediate with an instructor and homework and material and everything. And if you want to get to know more about that, you can find more information on the website, all right, on talkandtalk.com.br. You can find more information there. Well, I think I'm going to split us right now. Well, since we have a lot of new people here, I will split the room in a way the new guys, they're going to be with the old ones, okay? So if you are already familiar with TNT, please help the new one and just guide and help them in this first moment, all right? Today I'm gonna have here in the main room with me, Ricardo and Fabio, and I will just reorganize stuff here, so I just need 1 minute to split us in the breakout rooms. Just 1 minute, please, guys. Okay, I think it's going to be okay like that. So please enjoy the conversation. I will send the questions one more time here in the chat. Before I start talking, don't forget to introduce yourself, okay? Your name, who you are, the place you are from, so that you can get to know each other during the talk. Any questions? Are you ready? Yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the talk, and I see you at 9:50. At 9:50, I will bring everybody back to the main room. All right? Have a good conversation and be respectful. All right? Let's go. All righty. So let's get started with introducing ourselves. Oh, let's go. Fabio, can you start introducing yourself, please?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Fabio. I have 47 years old. I live in São Paulo. I work with finance and government. I was teacher, but now I work with finance, with money of the government. I have one son and two stepsons. And I like to study English and other languages because I think that this is very important to everyone. And basically it.
Yes, very good. And guys on YouTube and Ricardo and Adriano, I need to tell you, Fabio was my first English teacher. Can you believe it? Like when I was such a baby, I remember him like teaching me how to say laranja, like orange. Oh gosh, like I have this clear memory in my mind. So I need to tell you, I'm really, really happy you're here. You have no idea. Thank you so much for coming.
Very nice.
Yes, yes, I'm
Was
really
my student in the preschool. And
Yeah.
I'm old, and it's a beautiful teacher and a competence.
Yeah.
I'm very proud.
Yeah, thank you. Ricardo, can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Ricardo. I work the system analyst, SAP. My goals to study English because I lost new jobs new opportunities because I don't speak English very much. I have one kid, Miguel son. I married 8 years. Her name, my wife is Elaine. I worked in São Paulo City, but at the moment, home work. The company Indra. Normally, I like to study. I like watch TV, series, but improving my English videos, Duolingo, but my goals conversation.
Very good. So this is the right place. You are here, and here is the place to conversate, to talk, and not to be corrected, not to be judged. So welcome aboard. I really hope you enjoyed the talk today. Thank you so much. And we are going to talk a lot. So thank you for introducing yourself. And Adriano, let's go with you. Share a little bit more about you. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
Okay, so well, I was born in Recife, and I've been studying English for about 5 years. I study by myself, and now I have to practice my speaking skills to learn more vocabulary, and I'm here because of that. I'm a student. I study theology and human resource, philosophy, and yeah, I like to study. I have a small library in my house, and I like to spend the time with my books. I like to stay at home with my family. I'm married. I have 2 kids. My oldest daughter, she is 9 years old, almost 9. Actually, next Monday, it'll be her birthday.
Oh,
And
that's
I have one beautiful girl. She's my youngest daughter. She's 2 months. Her name is
2
Gabby.
months old. 2
2
months
months.
old.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. A baby.
She's amazing. And
that's
yeah,
really
so it's
Thank
just a little bit about me.
I loved it. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so much for the opportunity.
Thank you for sharing about you. That's great. I loved what you mentioned about you. It was really nice. And I am Bruna. I live in São Paulo. I like dancing. I like studying language too. Now I've been trying to learn Spanish. Not easy at all. I must tell you guys, Spanish is really, really hard. But I'm trying my best. Well, I like going out with my friends, watching series too, just like Ricardo mentioned. And I love English. I love this language, and I love to use English to get things, to get information, to talk to other people, to communicate. And I am a really talkative person, so I love sharing experiences, and being here on TNT allows me to have these experiences, talking and hearing from you too. It's amazing. Well, so let's get started. Now that we already know each other, let's talk about promises. Let's start with the first one about the concept. What is a promise, and what does it mean to make a promise? Let's start with you, Adriano. What is a promise for you?
All right, let me see. Promise is something that you do when you are sure about something that you have to do. For example, I can say, I promise you that I will be there. I promise you that I can do that, you know, and something like that. I mean, I think it's something that I have to do, that I have to make it in the future. It's my promise.
Yes, very good. So
Politics say that a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. I totally agree with you. Yeah, for me, this is the concept. You know, you say you're going to do something, like, and you give your word to the person that you're going to do this, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you agree, Fabio? What do you think about it?
Compromise. Promise to me is when someone have a goals and to achieve it, make a promise to have a commitment with yourself. It's help the people arrive in your goals or achieve your goals because you have it in your mind. And I think that it's more psychological, that effective, real and material, but the people put it in their mind and say with yourself, okay, I make this promise. And now I think that I need to have a commitment with myself and achieve my goals. I think that is basically it.
That's a good point. Yes, and I was thinking here, I think it can be with ourselves and with like someone else, right? So I will do this. I am like committed with you, right? I will do it. So I couldn't agree more with you. Okay, Ricardo, when you're ready, let me know. All right. So guys, how important is it for you to keep a promise? What was the last promise you kept? And of course, there are some promises we can't share, right? Because they are private, they are like too personal. But if there is any you can share with us, please. How important is it for you to keep promises? Ricardo, are you back? Okay, he's working. Let's hear from you then, Fabio. How important is it for you to keep a promise? What was the last one you kept?
Well, the importance, the last answer is basically it. I have that the people get the commitment with yourself and all years now. And I think that come and coming soon and 31 December, a lot of people will make a promise. Will do a promise. I will stop to smoke. I will stop to drink. I will stop. I will stop to procrastinate. I have a lot of things. Have importance because in psychological of the people, this will help to follow. If you arrive there, or if you will, if, I don't know, but don't know if the people achieve it. All right, I make a promise and I will. But basically, it's the importance is that help support the people. How can I say? Uh, Arrive in your goals. I think is that.
Yes, and what was the last promise you kept?
If I kept some promise,
The
I
last
don't
one.
remember. Okay. I will stop to smoke, and years I make it. I need to really stop. I promise that next year I will stop to smoke.
Very good. You stop smoking. Yeah, that's a good one, and it's important, right? Yeah, I loved it. Very good. Adriano, go ahead. What do you think? What was the last promise you kept?
Well, I think the last promise that I did was for myself about thinking about my resolutions for 2022, and I think that I said to myself that I have to study more, especially study English because especially in my level now, I was like stuck, you know, and I know what I have to do, but I didn't, you know. Anyway, and I promised to myself, I will do that I have to do.
Yeah.
And, you
Yes.
know,
And
and then I promise to myself that I will do that. Sometimes I
yeah.
fall in my promise to myself, but I try to be, how can I say, to be faithful, to be righteous with my promise with others. I mean,
Mhm.
if I make a promise for you, I will try to do
Mhm.
that. You know,
Yeah,
it's something about me.
that's important. Very good. I loved it. And about the English, like I totally feel you. It's an everyday process, right? Like a
Mhm.
daily process, and I totally feel you. Very good. I will ask you in the next questions. What were the goals you had for this year? If you could achieve them, true. I want to know from you guys. Thank you so much, Adriana. I loved what you brought. Ricardo, are you back? Are you ready to talk, or is you working? Oh, I think he's working, guys, so it's okay. Well, I am not good at keeping promises. I am terrible, actually. I don't follow I don't follow the promises I usually keep, so it's bad. But like Fabio said something nice about being committed to ourselves, right? I think this is something important. I read a book some years ago. I think it's the 7 habits of the most successful people. I don't remember exactly the name. And the guy says something like this: if you can't be responsible, and if you can't follow a promise you did for yourself, you made for yourself, how are you going to keep a promise you're making for someone else? Like, if you can't be committed to you and to your goals and to the things you need to do, how are you going to do this to other people? And this leads to a cycle of irresponsibilities and things you can't achieve because you can't be committed even to you, and like it's worse to other people. So this, like, when I read this, oh my god, I was like, yeah, this guy is right. Yeah. Adriano, do you want to add something?
Oh no, just uh, I think it's so important that we can uh, follow and be honest with ourselves,
Mhm.
because if we can't do that, it'll be difficult for others. But I think uh, for example, when we make a promise for a kid, you
Mhm.
know, it's something. How can I say? You have to make it happen because they remember you. They will remember the kids, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, for example, my daughter, hey dad, you said that, you know, do you remember that? And so on.
It's important.
And
That's
you
true.
have, yeah, we have to make it happen when
Yeah.
we make a promise, especially for
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, I loved it. Very good. Yeah, it's real because they are expecting things from us, right? Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
yeah, I want to know from you what promises. It's not in the list. I'm just adding here because Fabio said, "Oh, every beginning of the year we think of promises and we don't achieve them." What are the promises you made, like in the beginning of 2022, and you achieved, and the promises you made and you didn't achieve? Let's start with you, Fabio. Besides smoking, was there something else? And what are
Okay.
the things that you could achieve this year?
I have a lot, but follow this is very hard. with promise, I think that we need to put goals, not promise, because when we say promise with yourself, it's very hard to follow. And third, we have should be avoid. You need to be avoid, should be avoid all that cannot be fulfilled to someone. When you to a children, to another person, wife and husband or boyfriend, girlfriend, anyone. If you can't fulfill, you need should be avoided. You need should be avoided. I have a lot of promise that I have 47 years old now. If I stop to remember all promise that I make to myself and I don't, and I don't follow, I have a lot. But I think that I continue to make it because I am live. I'm living. I need continue to make promise and believe that I will arrive and my goals. Arrive at my goals. I think that is.
You said something really nice. I feel it gives us hope, right? If you have a goal, like first of all, you said something really nice about the goals and the promises. Like goal, I think it's more. How can I say it? Palpável. I have no idea how to say this.
Okay, I
this
would
in
say
English. Touchable, maybe. I don't know. Like something we can. It's easier to see, right? And I will see how to find how to say palpable. But yes, I totally agree. Palpable, according to tangible.
yeah, tangible.
Yes.
Tangible promises. Okay, I will study more something. For example, I like to make and to study to make proofs, and to another government student. I don't know how concursos. I don't know how said it. But I will study more. I buy books. I will. But I said with myself, oh my, I prefer sit here and study English. This gave me pleasure. I know that I have some things that it's very important. But when we have the obligation and some promises that you make yourself, is some obligations that we have to do. But it's better you make something that give pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes, it's for example, I like to study English. I like to study Italian. I like to study Spanish. I like to study French language. I like to study language. These give me pleasure. Yeah. And economy, no. And mathematics, no. But I need study it because I depend it to live. Yeah. I depend this to have a good salary, better salary.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. I really liked it. Adriano, what do you think are the promises we should avoid? Like you mentioned the ones for kids. Is there anything else?
Oh, yeah. I think we are talking about resolutions, something like that. Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah, because the resolution is something that you say that you have to do, and something like that, like promise to yourself or others, for others. So anyway, one of my resolutions for 2022 was to visit my mom more often. My mom lives in another city, but I didn't do that because of the time and the road to go there. It's difficult, and especially nowadays here in the city that I live in, around us, it's really complicated about the rain. For example, if it's raining, you can't go.
It floods,
The
right?
speed that,
Like usually floods.
yes, that exactly. And about the road, it's complicated, because my mom lives in a countryside. It's more difficult. And because of my time too, and if I'm not mistaken, I I didn't, I I went there the day of the elections to get her uh, to make vote. I don't know. So anyway, but I needed to visit my mom more often. It was one of my resolution, and I didn't. To 2023, well, again, I will promise that I
Yeah,
will do that, and I hope so.
I feel you. Yes. It's there are a lot of things in my mind right now. I totally understand you, and keep visiting her because life is so short, like this year I went
Mhm.
to a lot of famous artists like passed away, and I was so like, oh my god, I can't miss the concert of the singers I like, because can you imagine if they passed away and I like didn't have the chance to see them. So this year I went to Jorge Benjor's concert because I was like, this guy is like 80. If I don't go to
Mhm.
his concert, I will be really sad if I miss it. And it was really nice. So enjoy it. It's important to have these moments, But I totally feel you. I'm not judging, just like
I
saying,
see.
my experience. Yeah, very good. Ricardo, are you back? Ricardo? I think he's still working. Okay. I will keep trying to contact him in all the calls, because if he can talk, it's okay. Well, guys, I wanna change a little bit the questions here. I wanna move to question number 9 about breaking promises and trusting people after they break a promise. So, how can we trust someone again after the person or after they break a promise? Difficult question, but important at the same time. Let's start with you, Adriano. What do you think? How can we trust someone again after they break a promise?
Uh, Sorry, I didn't get that. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Could you
So,
repeat,
of
please?
course, of
I'm so
course.
sorry.
So let's suppose we have a friend or someone around us. They made a promise to us, but they broke this promise. Maybe it's something serious. Well, how can we trust them again? What is the strategy like we can use to trust them again?
Get it. Well, it's complicated, because if the people, or even uh, if I broke a promise, or if the people, the question is about the people uh, break a promise with us, it's difficult to believe in that people again. But I think we have mm, to try to force ourselves to understand others, and to it's difficult, it's hard, I can say that, but my point is we have to try to give another opportunity, to yes, to try if that people will be honest in the next time. I think it's great for themselves and for ourselves. Sometimes we are so huge, you can say, no, if you broke the promise, I won't believe you anymore for, for all the time anyway. So I think it's difficult for us and for others. We have to forgive, but I'm not saying, no, it's easy for you, take it easy, no, relax. No, it's harder. Yeah, it's complicated. But my point is, we have to forgive them. We have to think. Sometimes we fall in our promise. We have to think about it, so yeah, it's my point, and I think it's difficult. If you actually, we have to think about our promise. We have to think about something that we will say for someone, because we have to do that. But if we can't, or if someone broke then promise for us, let's think about it. Let's try to take it easy, and let's try to forgive. It's my point.
It. Very good. No, I think it's awesome. And we are all human beings, right? We are here to learn from our mistakes, right? And to make mistakes too. So it was really nice what you said. I loved it. Do you agree, Fabio? What can be the strategies we can do to learn how to do it?
Okay. So first, I prefer trust and trusting and all promises, because I know that human is fail. The human. So if someone want to come in me and make a promise, and I believe that no, these people will do, and these people have some mistake or have something in their life, okay, I to me is normal. Okay, you promise something and you how can I trust again if you break this promise? Okay, I don't will, because I prefer make all in my life trust in me, because I know who I am. But another persons can have problem. When you believe in all that someone say for you, you can have a deception. You can have a deception, and this is not good. So I prefer trust and trusting. Okay, I wait. If it happen, good. I will be happy. I will be, oh, very good. This is wow. But if not happen, okay, too. You are mom. You are human, and okay, it's okay to happen.
I love that you guys are so calm. I was thinking you would say, stop talking to the person, you know, do something radical. No, you're just like, oh, okay, just talk and try to understand the reasons too, because at the end of the days, we are all making and trying our best, right? And yes, it's going to be part of life, failing and making mistakes. So I totally agree with you. That's amazing, guys.
What about you, Bruno?
I think, sorry, I think, Bruno, that you just try not break in your relationship with a wife and your with a kids, but if comes someone, another person, I will accept it. Normal.
Yeah. I think you guys brought great ideas on how to do this, and I really think it depends on the promise too. You know, there are some if you are making a promise with someone and you know this is something important to them, we're going to try our best not to break this, right? So I think it really depends on the person and on the importance of that thing for you. You know,
this is really
this is something important.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
When you say that, I remember about, for example, when you, I forget now, when you give money for someone just for a while, I forgot now.
Like a tip?
Dinheiro.
When you borrow money, borrow.
Okay, yeah. For example, if you borrow some money for someone and they say, well, I give you back that money on Monday, you know, and
Yeah.
oh man, you have to do that. You have to
Adriano,
sell your house, sell your car, but pay that.
Adriano, I think that we need have always the plan B, because people, it's a problem. When I have something that is very important, and you know that this is important, it needs to happen, and you wait for someone, and this can, I will have a plan B. I need that.
Yeah.
So you don't have deception and don't cause a problem for you. You need to have money.
That's right.
Principal money. When someone asks me, "Oh, I need some money. Do you have?" Yeah. If I know that I will have it to me, okay. If I will need this money that I give to someone to pay something, oh, sorry, I don't have, because we need to have a plan B. Because the people, the people is
money is something, it's serious, right? So if you are like lending money to someone and you need this, like don't expect on them to like pay you back, right? Because sometimes they won't. Yeah, good point.
If this will cause a problem for you, you need to think 2-3 times.
Totally agree with you.
I think it's important promise, and we don't have to break that promise. And when someone break that promise, it's complicated. So
yes, it is.
Anyway, yes.
Guys, what do you think? Just heading to question number 10. Do you think promises contribute to have a healthy relationship? Like to, I don't know, to have better connections, like with your partners? Are these moments important for you? Do you want to start, Adriano? Go ahead.
Yes, I think because it shows something about you, about yourself, because if I think if you are a right person, well, that friendship, it'll be nice, it'll be amazing. For example, I like to have that friendship, especially when I believe in someone, when that person, when the person make happen with them promise. And I think as much as we are honest with our promise, it'll be fine to have a wonderful friendship, but the opposite is true. you know, if you don't keep your promise, it'll be difficult to make a good friendship with someone. You know, for example, in my case, I'm not a perfect man, but I try to keep my promise.
Mhm.
And then I'm so uncomfortable to have a really good friendship with someone who broke them promise every time. If I
Mhm.
know that, you know, I'm so uncomfortable, and I think, uh, yes, it's
Yeah,
my
no,
my
it's
my, my
yeah,
point,
yeah,
something
very good.
like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think but at some point, I don't know. I'm trying to think here. We tend to do promises all the time, right? So I'm going to meet you. I'm going to do this and that. So I think they are important to have a healthy relationships in general, right? So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I will be there, like count on me. I will do this. I will help you, right? Like we are always doing it. So I see this as important, as something important too. What do you think about it, Fab?
I think that the base of our relationship is the trust and confidence. So we can't make promise all time because sometimes we can't uh, I don't remember the word. You can't realize it, realize this promise. So we can't make promise all. So we need past trust and confidence in our relationship. And the people need to know who are you. People need to know with I know the people need to say with yourself, I know who are you and I know what you will do. If you promise always and it's not realize it cause a problem. It's because a problem in a half, the problem in a half relationship. And it's a woman and a woman and a man and dad and children's and the friendships and all relationship in business. You need know that you need make it. How I said, we need have goals, your compartment, and you need pass trust and confidence, and
Yeah.
the relationship will continue. Continue.
Yeah.
Good.
I liked it. I loved it actually. Yes, I think it's about trust. Yeah, you said everything about trust. Of course, sometimes we are going to break promises, right? But if we trust the other person, is going to be okay, right? Guys, I have just closed the breakout room, so I want to check with the guys how the conversation was. Marcos, how was the conversation? Did you like it?
Yes, I like it. Everyone talked, and we could do the 11 questions.
Oh, that's
So
great.
yeah, Ricardo said it was the first time he saw the whole questions being completed in one session. So
That's rare.
I think it was great.
Very good, very good. This is something rare, like it doesn't usually happen, but I'm glad you enjoyed them. Very good. Marcos, let me just check something. Today is not your first time, right? Because your face is familiar.
Yeah, it's not my first time,
Oh,
but it's been a
okay.
time.
Okay, very good, very good. I want to check with Adriano about his first experience. How was it? Did you like your first time here?
Well, for sure, I I'm so surprised, especially the way that you drove that situation, that conversation. You know, I participated in others, not in that channel, but in other one it wasn't so good. But I think it was because of you. Thank you so
No, thank you
much. I
so much.
appreciate the way that you drove that.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to hear it, you know, that you enjoyed. So welcome aboard. I really hope you come more often. Every Wednesday at 9 I'm here, and you are more than welcome whenever you want. Ricardo was working, but I really want to check with him how his first experience was. Ricardo, are you there? He was just listening to us because he was working at the same time.
Ricardo from Guarujá, okay? Yeah.
Yes.
It's my neighbor.
Yeah. Do you know him?
Not,
No.
I don't know, but I live in Guarujá and live in São Vicente.
Yes.
Almost,
Close, yeah.
yeah.
Very good. Let's hear from, he's back. Ricardo, are you there?
Yes.
How
sorry,
was-
sorry.
No,
I
okay.
really work job.
It's okay,
the
I saw
computer.
it. No problem at all. How was your first time here, listening to us? Like, I know you are like working, but like, could you listen to us during the meeting? How was it?
I free time in the afternoon, 1 p.m.
Ricardo, você conseguiu ouvir a gente enquanto a gente estava aqui? Like,
Yes. No,
how was it?
I get to listen your
Okay.
conversation. Okay.
Okay.
I think good experience. I enjoy Bruno, good teacher. People's very good. Adriano, Ricardo, Leandro.
Yes.
I like it.
Okay, very good. So
Okay.
please come back other times while you are not working, you know,
Okay.
at night or earlier. Please come more often to talk to us.
One question, okay?
Go ahead. Pode falar.
And the private conversation, the teacher change or this you sir?
I didn't understand. Eu não entendi. Você pode falar de novo?
Você vai ser sempre você ou muda, professor?
Depende do horário que você vier. So sometimes it's me, sometimes it's someone else.
that's
Toda
it.
quarta às 9 sou eu. Quarta às 9 e sexta às 5.
A quarta?
Sempre eu. Quarta às 9 e sexta às 5. All right. This week I won't be here. Essa semana a gente cancelou, mas semana que vem eu tô. Na sexta-feira, essa semana eu não vou estar, mas semana que vem eu vou estar aqui. All right?
Okay. All right.
Guys, just before we finish, antes da gente finalizar, eu vou falar em português rapidinho. Eu mandei aqui no chat o link do feedback para vocês falarem o que vocês acharam da reunião de hoje. Sugestões, coisas, ideias, podem comentar aqui nesse feedback. É anônimo, tá? Então pode só mandar. E se você que está vendo a gente pelo YouTube pela primeira vez, ou vocês, pessoal que estão aqui, lá na área de membros do site, para os alunos que estão no nosso plano, vocês conseguem ter acesso ao planner e ver as perguntas antes do nosso encontro. Então, vocês, quando estão com a gente aqui no plano, vocês conseguem acessar as perguntas antes, tá? Então, só para também, né, vocês saberem, quando vocês são alunos nossos, vocês conseguem ver tudo por aqui. Ó, as perguntas estão aqui. Tinha um vídeo também que eu acabei não conseguindo colocar, mas aqui também aparece o vídeo quando tem, então todas as perguntas aqui vocês podem usar como estratégia. Tem um monte de coisas também, as aulas e tudo mais, mas é isso, só queria falar que vocês também conseguem ver as perguntas antes quando estão os nossos alunos do Plano Pro. All right. Have an amazing day. I really hope you have a great Wednesday. Thank you, Fábio, Ayla, Adriano, Leandro, Nath, Marcos, and Ricardo. It was a pleasure having you here. Enjoy your Wednesday and please come back next week. You are more than welcome. Oh, next week we are talking about being a freelancer. So if you are a freelancer or if you're thinking about being a freelancer, you are more than invited to the meeting next week. All right?
Right.
Great.
Thank
you
you.
so much,
Bye-bye.
guys. Have a
Bye.